eyes beheld an eerie sight, for my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrodes. They did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. They did the
Hello and welcome to my presentation for Parallel State, a LEGO stop frame animation film that I've created for BCM 216 Transmedia Studies. My main source of inspiration behind this is that I never worked with stop frame animation with LEGO before, and I wanted a challenge and enjoy the process at the same time, which I have. And most importantly, getting away from film and photography, which are my comfort zones. So with this, I've employed the non-linear approach to telling the story. I've always enjoyed this, how a film always starts at the end and you've got to work your way through it. The LEGO stop frame animation film, I got to see parts of it on YouTube and how they've created the parallel universe within their film. Growing up, I've always enjoyed watching science fiction such as The X-Files, but one of my favorites was Sliders. And Sliders is about Dr. Quinn. He is a quantum physicist and he creates a device that allows him to teleport into different parallel universes. Same Earth, same time, but different universe. And he's always trying to find his way home. And you can see on how I've used this as an inspiration within my stop frame animation. So Dr. Oliver, he is the main character of this. He's a dedicated scientist, and the way and what pushes him into this within to quantum physics, he keeps on having these dreams of of different realities and of our reality, and he believes that these dreams are true, and he's dedicated to investigate this. Within the experiment, he accidentally teleports his assistant, Dr. Gray, so they embark on a journey together. Unfortunately, they succumb to radiation poisoning once they are teleported. So, Dr. Oliver, he figures out that there is a wormhole that he can go through back in time and that they can both go through to stop this experiment and work out what's causing this radiation poisoning to restart the experiment safely. Unfortunately, Dr. Oliver passes away from his radiation poisoning, leaving to Dr. Gray to go back in time to stop this. And this is where my non-linear approach with my stop frame animation comes in at the start, is the experiment starts and Dr. Gray, you can see he's coming in just in after he's been teleported, and he realizes he's in a paradox, an infinite loop.
The hero's journey concept. Dr. Oliver makes a full circle, understanding his own ambitions, his own failures, and then coming to accepting of who he really is.
On to the administrational side of things, logistics and gear. So for this project, I will be using Lego, and the Lego I'll be using is in Building 29,
at Wollongong University on the ground floor, room 3. And the studio is a perfect place for this. And I will be filming some parts of it outside because of the alternate universe parts. So that will be filmed around Wollongong Beach, through all different parts around. Onto the camera gear that is needed. So I enjoy using the Canon 90D, mostly because of the flip screen, and it makes it more easy when you're taking the photographs instead of kneeling down and looking through the viewer and taking it shot by shot, so it's easier on your back and everything. And the Manfrotto tripod is a good tripod because it's light and it's easy to maneuver instead of those big clunky ones. Programs that are needed is Adobe Premiere Pro. So I import all the images and make the speed at a tenth of a second and export it to MP4. Then I slow it down to 40%. The Adobe Audition, I find it easier by making all the sound effects in there and using the multi-tracker instead of importing it all into Premiere Pro with a clip. What I do is I do the multi-track, then I export the MP3 or the WAV file into Premiere Pro when it's been done. Epidemic Sound is a really good website for downloading sound clips, and that's where I've got all of these sound clips from today's presentation. Thank you for watching and enjoy the demonstration of my Lego stop animation film. Thank you. Enjoy. I have the universe time particles ready for my last test phase. Bring down the contraption. Oh no! I've spilt them everywhere. This is going to take me anywhere in the universe. Doctor! I'm too late! Up to 90% of our dreams are forgotten. In the dreams that we remember, there are often messages embedded within them. I've dreamt of this other world for so long. I'm beginning to believe that I'm sharing my consciousness with someone else from a parallel universe. This other world that I'm dreaming of is unclear, and I'm determined to find clarity. That reoccurring dream, it always sends me into a seizure. It will not stop. I'm going to prove that this reality is correct, that I can do this. I have the parallel universe particles ready for testing. I will prove myself once again.